It's BattleCOM, and we're live. This is Welcome, Battle Fanatics. I am Paul Ash. Co-hosting with me today is Erica Taddeo. We're in the center of that picture, and we're right here, right now. And I'm just going to twist it over so we're kind of in the center again. These are our battlers. This is BattleCOM, the Geek War of comedy game shows where comedians are going to punch each other in the face with jokes. So we can all laugh. It's going to be sort of like a micro debate show for those who are unfamiliar. And when we ask you to vote, we're not asking you to vote for who's right. You're voting for who's most entertaining. So that's what's important. Sean Griffin thinks what also is important is saying that he's first in the comments. I feel like it's 1998 again.
Yay. If only.
He posted that from his MySpace account.
For those not familiar, well, we've got Jason McCullough going Monica Woot. We've got fans in the audience. This is Erica. How would you describe the show? Was that a fair description, or was there more that's needed?
Where comedians punch each other in the face with jokes? I mean, yes, that is an accurate description. We can also say it's the ultimate pop culture debate show. It is the comedy show for people who pre-pandemic, or I guess also now, would just kind of go to the bar, hang out with their friends, and over a beer, just argue over like the randomest details in all of our favorite franchises, movies and comics and pop culture, and even non-franchise films. If you were that person, then this is the comedy show for you. If you have ever, I think my favorite sales pitch is, if it has ever been 10:30 p.m. on a Friday and you have Googled, is Harry Potter a Horcrux? Then this show is for you. Not an experience.
It's the comedy show for virgins. I mean,
Scotty, don't you have a child?
No, God.
No, please, no.
I don't know why I assumed Scotty just had like a really angry 13-year-old son.
No, that's just his inner child.
Yeah, ask my wife. That's just me. I'm a 13-year-old with a gray beard.
All right. I've just encountered a new glitch. Let me see if I can fix this. The slideshow is not working.
No, but we need it. Slideshow.
I know we need it. It worked yesterday when I tested it.
Okay, everyone in the audience, as loud as you can, say, I believe in fairies, and maybe the slideshow will come back if you clap really, really loud.
It works. I didn't hear anyone. All right. Oh, we got third from Scarborough. It's Ruroshen, which we may be seeing a little later.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And again, about this, it's not about being right. It's about being funny, because as we learned from Fox News, it's not about being right. There we are. It's a time to get it started. It is a BattleCOM. And for those who want to know how to vote, we should also tell people how to vote. Did you change that, Erica, or did I change that because I was...
I changed that.
Thank you.
It's my
Good.
job.
Yay. I was, so voting, you go to slido.com. You might want to have that open. And the event code is BC304. So it's not starting soon. It's starting now. And here are the beautiful headshots of all of our performers. Oh, maybe I should have put myself at the bottom. Why is Scotty being blocked out there? There we go. Oh, hold it. No, there. Yes.
Whoop,
all right.
whoop.
We just went musical chairs with the pictures. And it is time to move forward. Erica Taddeo is the co-moderator, also known as @Erica_MTL on Instagram. That's me. And we've got our battlefields. Are we ready for our battlefields?
Yes.
Woo!
Woo.
We're not talking about my life. It's natural disasters.
Oh.
Check out this sweet ride. And it's all fun and games until they move in next door. What? All right. Who writes these?
It was kind of the opposite of that.
What? All right. So we also have an audience game. This is a game for you, the audience. By the way, a couple of you have popped in saying that you're watching and where you're watching from. But leave a note. Say hi to us because that's all good for the tracking. Not that we're tracking you in a bad way. We just want YouTube to be aware that people are watching. So this is the mashup. The mashup game is you get to name what the new title of this would be, this picture, which is mashing up more than one, how can I say it? Iconic things. Pop culture iconics.
Yeah.
And for there have been people who have asked that I reference. So these are from two little independent films. One known as Star Wars, and the other one is called Pulp Fiction. So that is, so if you think up a title for that, that's going to be our game at the end of this round. So you have time to think about it while you're laughing at our fantastic comics. So let's just try this layout for a second. I think, there we go. Battlefield 1. I don't think that is going to work. You're right. Battlefield 1. Let's hear it. This is our special guest is here to record it to give us an intro for this Battlefield. Erica.
I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Frankie MacDonald. My YouTube channel is Dogs Wolves. My Twitter is @FrankieMcD. My Facebook is Frankie McDonald. My Instagram is FrankieMcD984. My Clapper and TikTok is FrankDown984. My Twitch is FrankDown984. My LinkedIn is FrankDown, and my Snapchat is FrankieMACDON. Hey everybody, what is your favorite natural disaster movie? I'm Frankie McDonald.
Frankie McDonald, everyone. By the way, he has a book out called Be Prepared. It's about the weather, his life, and just generally everything. It's a very uplifting read. And for those who are not familiar, Frankie McDonald is like the ultimate weatherman. Anytime any place in the world is getting bad weather, he will tell them to make sure they get their storm chips, their pop, their Pepsi and Coke, and also order Chinese food and pizzas before it's too late. So there we go. Our first battlers are going to be Barry Carter with his choice of Dante's Peak. And the next is going to be facing off against Monica Hamburg with Twister. Monica, you're second to the screen. You go first with your positive round, where you're positive about your choice.
Okay. Twister is the greatest disaster film, because it revolves around unsigned divorce papers. There's
Barry, you're positive about Dante's Peak.
Positive about Dante's Peak, very simple. It's a movie that deals with a first date. All the things that a guy has to do to go on a first date before having sex with a woman. And it's the only time you're going to see James Bond dating, Linda Hamilton's character there. Sarah Connor, there we go.
Boom. All right. And we did get a comment saying, AJ, great pun. Twisters revolves. Boom. Getting caught out. And let's see the votes. We'll get the voting open in just a second because I'm not an idiot. There we go. Voting is open.
Also posted a link to the voting in the comments. Can you see that? I hope you can.
I just have to make sure I get to the right thing. There it is. Now it's open.
Voting is open. Vote.
And so we can see it.
Here we go. Ooh, Monica is already in the lead. You'd think that I would have gotten a little bit better at my horse race announcer voice. Ooh, Barry has joined the.
Barry is closing the gap. He's closing the gap. It's coming up. It's coming up. We are at 60 to 40, 60 to 40, 60 to 40. Let's see those votes come in. 60 to 40. It's greatest disaster films of all time. Monica with Twister. Barry with Dante's Peak. Oh, Barry's flagging. He's losing ground. We have this moment. It's coming in. It's coming down. It's coming down to the wire. I think we're gonna have a countdown.
From 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep. I was trying to do
right on the beep.
Oh, what do we do about that?
All right, Erica, this goes on you. You have the final judgment on these things because that came in after the beep.
Ooh, it came in after the beep, and it looked like a very narrow margin. So, oh gosh, I don't know. I want to say it's Monica's, but we're still in February. I can't do that to Barry. Like, I'm not racist.
All right, we're giving the point to Barry.
There we go.
Point to Barry
action.
because let's face it,
Monica.
I can't.
That's okay.
There isn't much else about racism I can fix, but I can do this.
There we are. So Barry, as that point, that means Monica is going first on the negative round. She gets to be negative about Dante's Peak. Go ahead, Monica.
Negative about Dante's Peak. Yes, this is a film that revolves around rescuing kids, and that's something I just don't approve of. That's my stance.
Controversial. You should have 18 years to rethink abortion. All right.
Great.
Barry.
Negative about Twister. Okay, any movie that doesn't tell you what's happening in it, because people think that Twister is more of a dance than a disaster movie, right? It's like The Running Man. You want to get up and do The Running Man? The Twister, okay? There was a song behind that. That doesn't tell me anything bad's going to happen. It just sounds like a good time. It's misrepresentation of that movie. Therefore, Dante's Peak has a location, and you know what's going on.
Boom. Vote. Let's see the votes. Voting is open. We got a couple comments have come in with Sean Griffin saying, I actually quite like Dante's Peak. And Ruroshin going, controversy. Dun, dun, dun.
This is a very controversial show so far.
It is. It's always been a controversy with this show.
I'm holding on my guy for good luck.
There it is. Holding. You know what? It's too small for me to see with my bad eyesight.
That's what
She said.
That's what she said. All right.
Well,
someone jumped in on that one. I did notice when I was doing the horse race analogy. Oh, by the way, hot take Hamburg.
Oh, that's her new nickname.
That's somebody who'd win a lot of money in a poker game.
Hot take Hamburg.
You don't want to bet Hot Take Hamburg. He wins.
Yeah.
I'm good at blackjack. Poker's not my game.
All right. I did notice when we were doing, I was doing the horse racing analogy, we lost viewers, so I'm not doing it again.
Oh dang. Okay. I'm sorry.
We had 4 people sign off while I was doing that. So we want to continue the viewers. We want to thank the viewers for viewing, and if you do have the chance to give us a like, please do so. But let's give this a count. Barry is making a slow resurgence. Somebody has a bad internet connection who really likes Barry. That's what I'm thinking, because those votes come in late.
All right,
Erica.
so let's make it a slow count, I guess, from 5, 4, 3, 2,
No!
1. Beep. That is a tie. No points awarded.
No points awarded. I do have to say, like, what do you have against Monica that you we're crippling her chances with the slow count? She could have got a point on the board at that point.
I should have. I'm sorry. Can I? Okay, let's. I'm
No.
just
We have the vote. It's recorded.
Everyone knows I have nothing against Monica.
No.
I will tell the joke that I've already told like 5 times on this show if I need to.
I keep on repeating material. It's fine. And Barry, this means you're going first on a free-for-all round where you get to be either use your positive, your negatives, just be entertaining, or a roast attack upon your opponent. Again, non-physical attacks.
Got it. So on that point, with Dante's Peak, as I was saying before, a lot of women are always looking for a guy that will do this, a guy that would do that. You take him out to dinner. No, if you find a man that's like Pierce Bronson in this movie, that's going to drive through a volcano, save your kids, your grandmother, your dog, wreck his car, and still not impose sex, that there is a good man. So stop turning around and looking at the internet for all these thirsty women and thirsty guys. That's who you got to base yourself off. And that's my point right there. And then for, was it hot hand monogram? Hot hand Hamburg. That almost sounds like she could have done the resurgence if they did a reboot of MASH. She could have been like the new Hot Lips hooligan. You know what I mean? Right on. It's not a knock. I like MASH. Get that money, girl. Get that money.
Thank you.
Me and Zoltar.
Go for it.
I just, as a point, it's the original actress to play Hot Lips Houlihan.
Sally Kellerman.
Her death announcement was today. So
Yes.
thanks, Barry.
Thanks for. That's how we announce it. And I have a new nickname, which is apparently Hot Ham Monogram, and I like it.
Oh, it's a hot ham monogram.
I think that's what it was. Okay, Barry.
Sounds delicious.
You have made the lowest bar for men with your statement. That is always the case. And my film is it's such a great and unique film because it has a man understanding that a woman is prioritizing her career.
Boom. All right. Let's see the votes. The voting is open. Get your votes in. We have a couple comments have come in. You have to stop Monica. She's too powerful. From AJ Young and also Sean Griffin. Didn't the grandmother die?
But
he tried.
Again, low bar for men. Low bar.
It's sort of like you can be pro-life up to a certain age, and for Republicans, that age is born. Sorry, Jim. Jim is the one American on the panel. Just to go through, we have Monica Hamburg in Montreal. Barry is in Toronto. Scotty is in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Jim Mendrinos is in New York.
So everyone else is in real cities, and I'm. Oh man!
And
I feel so
hot ham, yum. All right, I think we're gonna have to count this down. If we count this down, see, there's somebody who's voting for Barry who's got a slow internet connection, so there's a delay before they see it, so they're not
Paul, that
ready
one's
to
on
vote.
you. That one is on you.
Because I kept on going. I know, but really,
Me and Zoltar.
hot ham, yum. Let's get a countdown.
All right, so from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. And that is another tie, and that makes 2 ties in a row.
And you know what that means?
It means I have to make a decision. So thanks a lot, BattleCOM.
Well, you're out, Monica. We know her grudge against you, so.
Well, it's been a nice run.
This is Erica. Erica has the has to take it.
Remember, it's Black History Month.
Yeah, it's Black History Month, and I look like this. I am glowing through the screen. I think I'm out. I think I got it.
You look like a French aristocrat.
Oh, finally, I've achieved my goal.
Of walking into a talent agency?
And getting something when I go in there, yes.
Jesus.
Honestly, though, I must say, based on the last round... Wait, what was the last round again?
It was a free-for-all round.
Yes. I knew it was a free-for-all round. Come on. Based on the last round, I might need to give this one to Hot Ham. So congratulations, hang on, what was it? Hot Hand Monahan?
I think it
Monogram.
I think it was Hot Ham Monogram. That was the one. That's what we went with.
Barry is being very graceful and giving applause. So the first one goes to Monica.
No, that is one went to Barry and one went to Monica. So I'm sorry, but we're about to go into another free-for-all round.
All right. But if this one is tied, you're actually choosing the winner for the round.
Okay, and then in that case, I will choose me. Oh, I don't have an answer prepared or anything. I just,
That's totally fair.
All right. Since Monica got that point, that means Barry's going first, and this is a second free-for-all round. Barry, positive,
Very
negative,
simple.
just be entertaining or roast attack upon your opponent.
This was way. If anything is going round, and all you're seeing is a flying cow, that is not what it's supposed to be. That's not a disaster. Unless it's pooping.
Oh.
I was going to talk about the airborne cam, but I won't. Although, really, come on, that's a win right there. But in this film, they have to insert a revolutionary measuring device into the tornado. And while that's great in the film, I will not fall for that on a date again.
All right. Voting is open.
All right, this is our second free-for-all round. Please get your votes in. Please do not tie the votes. Thank you.
Erica's under pressure. She's sweating right now.
Choosing between friends is hard. Oh, we got a 2/3 with 1/3 lead. Oh, it is 2/3 lead, 1/3 lead. Tied.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
Oops, I started doing the horse race thing again. I'll stop because I saw that we get some of our viewers back. It could be people sign off to go do the vote. That is a possible thing if they switch Windows. Did I say Windows?
Oh my god!
If they switch
no.
Windows, it might stop counting it as a view. So we're going to work on that. But let's take this time I want to thank everybody who views this channel. We do it mainly, because we love it, but we love entertaining, and we want to thank the people who do watch. If you do want to support the channel, we do have a way to do that, which we'll announce later. And if you can't financially support the channel, give it a like, share the videos, let your friends know about us.
And as you may have seen, the votes have been just jumping all over the place while Paul was talking, and then they tied, and now they are back to not being a tie. Paul, let me know when or how I should do the countdown.
I will leave it up to you, and you get to do the count.
All right, so let's go from 3 this time. 3, 2, 1, beep.
There it is.
Monica with a surprise last minute.
Monica pulling it out of the ashes.
Yes.
That's not a pun on my name, by the way. Just not a pun on my name.
Monica with an upset win, turning things upside down. Like some very strong wins.
And congratulations to Barry Carter. That was a hard fight as well.
Good job.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you for being here. Good night. We'll see you next month. Barry will be here the whole show.
No, we'll see you next year. We have to wait for. No, what? Here it is. We are. Thank you, Monica, for getting that. That was. Barry knows I love him. This is all right. Jim Mendrinos, with his choice of the Poseidon adventure, Hell Upside Down, will be facing off against Scotty Mars, the one that's left, with the Wizard of Oz. So the Wizard of Oz and the Poseidon adventure. Why am I mispronouncing that? I don't care. Scotty, you go first. It's the positive round. Positive about your choice.
Well, here's the thing. All these other disaster movies, while they are fine and entertaining, none of those storms knock someone into another dimension. Okay? Everybody was still stuck on Earth. Dorothy gets knocked to another dimension, and that dimension's a disaster. Everyone there has some sort of health issue, and they all have to travel to see the one doctor that can cure. Actually, now I think it's not another dimension. They all got transferred to Canada. So that's the issue there, but it's still a great disaster film.
Boom. Jim.
All right.
Your choice. Poseidon Adventure.
Poseidon Adventure, 1972, 5 Oscar winners, and the most implausible plot of all time. A tsunami in the Atlantic Ocean on a ship that's going from the U.S. to Greece. There has not been a tsunami in the Atlantic Ocean, the size of which could knock over a ship, since 1929. We are creating fiction after fiction after fiction. This is pure imagination, Hollywood at its finest.
All right. Everybody is set to vote. Voting will be open now. There it is. We got a couple. Yes. All right. We somebody made the Wizard of Oz is also a tornado movie. Yes, but it is a different movie. And Paul is voting for Barry. We do have a one of the mashups have come in at this point. We have a mashup suggestion of "Say Hut Again." Roshan, strong on the wit for that one. Say hut again. I dare you. I double dare you. Nerf herder. All right. Paul is saying, my man. Now I'm a little uncomfortable. All right. I think we can give that a count, Erica.
All right. So from 5, 4, 3. I don't know why I always show my fingers. 2.
It helps.
I'm glad it does. Beep. And that one goes to Scotty.
Scotty has the first point. And now we're going to be moving on to the negative round. Negative, Jim, you are going first.
I got to tell you, I love that Scotty picked this film. It is a great film. It's an entertaining film, and it is also based on the worst premise of all time. There's no place like home. I don't know where the hell you grew up, but that is possibly the worst message ever sent to a human being. There's no place like no. Drop the house on me if I have to go back there. It's black and white. Drop the house on me at this point. Look, it's a fine film. It's a good choice. Bad message, bad optic to send to the youth. That's all I'm saying.
Boom, dropping that point like a house.
I totally had forgotten about the Poseidon Adventure. I think because the remake wiped it from my memory. Because it just seems so terrible. But I wanted to point out, Jim said that it was fiction that you could have a wave that caused a tsunami, and then stated the date the last time it happened. So therefore, not fiction. It has happened. The fiction of this thing is that somehow you have a boat with Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, Leslie Nielsen, all on New Year's Eve. People have better things to do on New Year's Eve than get on a boat to go to Greece. That's the disaster of this thing. The bathrooms are going to be clogged up. All that Greek, oh my goodness, tzatziki everywhere. It's going to be hell.
All right, vote. Let's get your votes in. By the way, Jim is a proud Greek man, Scotty.
Yeah. Man.
What? I didn't say anything. I said about the food, not the people. And who wants to go to Greece on New Year's Eve? Come on. They're leaving New York. The ball's coming down. You leave the next day.
You don't want to be in New York when that ball comes down. That is the worst place on the planet.
I don't want to be anywhere when a ball comes down. I have spent my entire life avoiding that.
I watched the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and yeah, I don't want the ball to drop on me either. AJ Young is going, geez, Erica refuses to give Monica a point.
That is not true. I'm trying to not show favoritism towards Monica, who is obviously my favorite.
I saw a massive collusion there.
All right, only half the people so far have voted, and we are at a tie. We could be adding a lot of stress to Erica at this point. Not like the times we live in is stressful enough for her. So please get those votes in.
I think this is anti-American bias in the voting. That's all I'm saying. There's some anti-American bias going on in this voting, which is, you should be anti-American in the voting because we're kind of anti-voting.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Jim, over the last few weeks, we have definitely learned that America is not necessarily the only terrible country on this planet. So,
no, but it's the terrible country I live in. That's what I have to face.
I noticed we sort of have the colors reversed because all our names are in yellow, and then we have the blue above us. Did I?
Oh, yes. That's...
yeah,
it's okay,
just,
Paul.
actually, no, we have it right. I did the flag wrong in my head.
I honestly, that Paul's slightly derailing the subject. Like, we all know what you're talking about, but you never specifically mentioned what you were talking about. Scotty acting like 1929 wasn't a long time ago. Like, are you guys okay? I know that you were all under 65 years old, but sometimes I wonder if you're...
Oh!
You think we're all under
Speak for yourself, young lady. Get off my lawn.
Again. Say hut again.
Get off my lawn.
All right, Whippersnapper, I think it's time for the count.
All right, so from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and since we're all old timers here, I'm not going to say beep. I'm just going to, like, I don't know, dinner bell? Ding?
Oh, I think the chat's going to blow up on that one. All right. And
I would like to say
that
the
is
views
a
of
tie.
Erica Taddeo did not reflect the views of BattleCOM or Scotty Mars.
So no point is awarded. Mike Gamash is saying ageism is not a good look on you, Erica.
I was simply stating facts. I was not being discriminatory. It's just a simple fact that, you know, if you are older, you might think that 1929 was not such a long time ago. I was born after 1929, so I feel like it was a long time ago. Also, because I feel like 2021 was a long time ago. It has been a long year, and it's only February. Anyways, free-for-all round.
Free-for-all round. We got a comment coming in, though, that Erica is hungry for some hot ham.
Who isn't?
And careful, the rest of the panel might think of sheep during Erica's count. So. Scotty, it's a free-for-all round. You can be positive, negative, just be entertaining, or roast attack upon your opponent.
I got distracted by thinking of sheep and Erica, and I just was totally lost in space there for a little while. There's a lot of things that my therapist is going to hear about next week. Anyway, Poseidon Adventure, I still want to be a little negative about this because if I remember correctly, the boat gets turned upside down. A few people go through it. And isn't this what happens on every cruise, regardless of a tsunami or not? Is every cruise that leaves port not a disaster? Isn't that how we got COVID? Didn't it start? I mean, I know they want to blame China, but I think it started on one of them cruise ships. People double dipping in the food, shrimp, and the crappy Elvis impersonator singing for the 50th time. He's patient zero. So any cruise is a disaster. Just the fact that the Poseidon Adventure flipped upside down, that's nothing special. That was like a ride.
Boom. Jim, your free-for-all round.
Well, there's just a whole lot that I still wanted to get to. First of all, you got to see people die in epic, glorious ways in the Poseidon Adventure. It is beautiful, beautiful death by stupidity. Because everyone in that movie who died of their own stupidity. And I don't know about you people, but I like seeing stupid people die. If you are particularly stupid, I want to see you die gruesomely. That's just me. And just since I have the floor, I got to say this. 2 songs for the Cowardly Lion? Cowardly Lion has 2 songs. Really? Does the lion really need to sing? No. 1 was sufficient for the lion. 2? No. That's all I'm saying. Vote however you're going to vote.
Vote. Voting is open. I do have... no, I don't want to color stuff. So, all right. Keep
Get
my
your
mouth
votes
shut.
in, and then Paul will save his comments for the end. Also, if you haven't suggested any ideas for our Monday mashup, please do. We will show you the picture again in very shortly.
Oh, I had a photo I found for you, Paul, for a mashup.
All right. It's not something you need to blackmail me with, or...
Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
No, I can't magnify in that close without it getting really pixelated, and it looks like I censored it then, so...
All right, I'm glad. I knew that picture. I know you had that picture, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then,
that poor
people
Frank
started
will never
mentioning
stood a
sheep,
chance.
and I thought it came back to my memory.
Oh my gosh. What is in the water tonight, you guys?
I just want to say hi to Paul and hi to Mike. Long time no see. So thank you. I'm waving hi to them. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna keep it polite for the last day of Black History Month because tomorrow is back to reality for me. So
I actually, you asked what's in the water. I got an amazing gift today. I'm just gonna share it and thank the person again. Somebody noticed that I ran out of gin on my show last night, and they purchased me this.
Ooh.
Monkey 47. It's basically the best gin in the world.
Nice.
This is stuff that you don't need mix for. That's
nice.
It's incredible, and it's a German gin. So
So still imported. Got it.
yeah. All right, we should probably get a count.
I was about to say, so from 3, 2, 1, beep. That round goes to Scotty. Congratulations, Scotty. You are going to the next round of this battle.
The final round, the finals. So
The
we
battle.
are down to Scotty Mars with his choice of The Wizard of Oz versus Monica Hamburg with her choice of Twister. So we got 2 tornadoes against each other.
Before we do that, do you want me to pull up today's the mashup image?
Yes,
So
just
people
to
can have-
remind
all right.
people.
So here we go, mashup of Star Wars, and I want to say Reservoir Dogs, but I also know that that's wrong.
Pulp Fiction.
Thank you. All Quentin Tarantino movies look the same.
I really wish you could see my face right now.
I knew I was wrong. I just didn't know what the right answer was. Anyways, here's your mashup. Please feel free to post a title or any joke about it in the comments, and we will choose the best one at the end of this round.
The word of the day is incredulous.
And Monica, you get to go first on the positive round. Just a couple comments have come in, though. The Roshan is saying the Love Doctor is going to be pissed that I bogarted his gin. We share gin. That's why it disappears so quickly. And Jason McCullough is saying, Paul, say hut again. Sexy wink.
I think you were supposed to do a sexy wink,
Oh.
Paul. You know, like a.
Say hut again. I think that was creepy. I'm not sure. It felt a little creepy when I was doing it.
That was
That
more
works for
like,
Jason.
you got
need a
the
shower.
video I sent, right?
Monica, you are positive about your choice.
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. Scotty, your film has 1 tornado. My film has 8 tornadoes. My film has 8 times as many tornadoes.
And Scotty, your positive round. Sorry, Erica.
I'm baffled by math as well. Damn you, Monica. That's why I work in radio. Numbers are not my friends. The thing about Wizard of Oz, why I picked it, was not only do we have just the 1 tornado. Yes, Monica, 1 tornado. But it was also like a real life disaster. This movie is what started Judy Garland's crippling drug addiction. And then also the Tin Man, the lead paint damn near killed him. And the witch, they actually set her on fire in the set. So the whole film was a disaster. The snow was asbestos. The cancer went on for years. Don't know that I'm winning with cancer, but still, cancer.
Vote! It's math versus cancer.
I'm going with cancer.
The votes have already came in for Monica, but wait, Scotty has jumped ahead. I'm sorry, I said I wasn't going to do the racetrack thing again. Did we lose Erica?
Erica,
We did.
you're the reason I was
Yes,
winning. Get
but
back
I'm
here.
back. It was really strange. I'm sorry. Scotty was like in the middle of a sentence and then he froze. And then I was like, oh, maybe that's just, Scotty trying to do something new and weird and it's not really working, but we'll see if the audience likes it. And then everyone else froze. And I was like, is this just a joke that I'm not in on?
That freeze usually doesn't happen during a sentence. It usually happens in the bedroom, and it doesn't go over well there either. It's
That's why I've never
it's-
seen it
it's-
happen.
That's
a
where you
pause
give
of
your
me
sexy
going,
wink.
I don't know what to do next. I've done everything I know how to do. I'm out of tricks.
All right, we should probably take a countdown. And Sean Griffin is saying everyone loves a good cancer joke.
Question?
Actually, he wrote it as a question. I said it as a statement, but he wrote it as a question. Erica.
All right, so from 3, 2, 1. I cannot believe what kind of a vote happened while I was gone. Oh my gosh, Monica, you were right. Anyways, beat. Congratulations, Scotty. You won the positive round.
There we go.
Somehow I won the positive round going down a very negative path that I did not intend to go down. That just happened.
All right, and now Monica, it's your turn for the negative round. Negative about The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, it's hard though. I mean, it's hard to be negative about a film where the tagline is "Mighty Miracle Show of 1,000 Delights." But I hate it because that was my tagline.
My negative on Twister is, I believe Monica said earlier that the film revolves around getting divorce papers signed. If that's the case, which I don't really remember, that means we already missed the disaster, the wedding.
Boom. All right. Let's see the votes. So I don't know if that's Jaws theory that you were spouting, Scotty.
No, I don't know. Just life experience.
Well, the Jaws theory is horror films are better if you don't show the monster.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
nice, very nice.
But we saw Robert Shaw.
All right, we've got Jason McCullough saying the dog who played Toto got paid more than the Munchkins.
True fact.
Wow.
And the Munchkins had an orgy, though, so it evens out.
True fact. Watch the video this afternoon.
From the orgy?
Yeah. It was weird.
I think my favorite Wizard of Oz thing is Under the Rainbow.
Under the Rainbow.
What?
No one knows Under the Rainbow? Jim, please.
The song?
Over the Rainbow, no?
No, Under the Rainbow, the movie.
Oh, I have not seen
Oh,
this.
no. I was just going to say it was a salty
Not mine.
lollipop.
It's a Chevy Chase 1981 comedy.
Talk
That's
about
why I don't
disaster
see it.
films.
Done. That's a disaster. Yes, right
Yeah.
there.
Is that a
Pretty
bigger
much.
disaster than his talk show?
Or his personality.
All right. So I wrote on his talk show. Now you're being mean. Now you're just being mean.
I did not know that. No one sent me a bio before.
You know what? I'm out of here.
I posted the bio right beside yours. By the way, yours says you were a former radio host.
Yeah, exactly. See, so how do I trust these bios? Jim, all I know is your jokes were great.
I think the problem was my jokes never made it on air.
That could have been the problem.
Yeah. Oh, that show was an absolute disaster. Someday when I'm dying, I'm going to go, at least I'm not writing on that show again. You know, that will be
Whatever
final
takes
words.
you. Whatever takes you out, Jim, your tombstone should read, he survived the Chevy Chase talk show, but not this.
Let me put it
All right.
this way. I was in Manhattan for 9/11, and that's still a worse disaster.
Damn. Let's get your votes. Get your votes in. I think Jim is earning some points with the audience for future rounds. He's
Jim wins
banking
this
some
round.
laughs. So we get a countdown, Erica?
Mhm.
As soon as you-
Sorry. I just had to finish swallowing that yawn because I am definitely not sleep deprived. I was just, I was thinking about the Chevy Chase talk show and it just put me to sleep. What? Anyways, 3, 2, 1, beep. And
Just a little.
Just a little too late. That's what came in there. Scotty has won the first battlefield. Congratulations to Scotty Mars.
Can I just point out that you had 2 rounds of Wizard of Oz, and nobody mentioned the political incorrectness of the Lollipop Guild or the Munchkins? None of us touched on that. We all
I didn't want to
avoided
touch that at all.
it. No, we're avoiding that like the plague.
What was his name? Billy. He actually started the organization for support for little people in films. He was a little person actor. He was in a lot of things.
Billy
Billy
Barty.
Barty?
Billy Barty. Thank you. Billy Barty is actually in Under the Rainbow. So he's one of the top cast of that. So I enjoyed it at the time, but it's been a long time since I saw it. And I was probably, I would have been around 12 when that came out. So
I just read the description of it, Would you like me to share it? Because it
because
sounds like
this
something Mel
should
Brooks wrote. Nazis, federal agents, aristocrats, and 150 little people descend on Hollywood for the filming of Wizard of Oz. That's the brief description of that film.
Problem is, it sounds like a good film.
Despite the personal connections that Jim has had and personal experiences we all have had watching him and stories that we've heard, I did enjoy it at the time. So
I gotta say though, that sounds like the Wish.com version of a Mel Brooks movie.
It sounds like the producer's film, right? Like Springtime for Hit. Like it sounds like that type of plot.
In 81. All right. So I think we've only had one submission for our audience mashup.
So far, yes. So let me just pull that up again real quick. And it was Say Hut Again.
So I think everyone read that and didn't want to go against it. No one has even put up like Star Fiction, which should have been the easiest.
Pulp Wars.
That doesn't work.
I don't know. Fine. I mean, okay.
How the smile just died on Erica's face. I felt so mean.
You know what? It's fine. Okay. I don't know what the title is, but I know that there would be just like gratuitous footage of Princess Leia's feet, and like I don't need to see this movie.
Yeah. There's no shoes in space. Sorry. Is anyone else familiar with that?
Yep.
Yes. R.I.P. Carrie Fisher. We wish you were still here to just give everybody the finger.
She's in Under the Rainbow, by the way.
So I guess Roshan, by default, is the winner of that Name the Mashup. Oops, wrong button.
Yeah.
And it is time now to see our next Name the Mashup. This is the second Name the Mashup. This Name the Mashup, we do want to provide a trigger warning for. Just because it is a little bit more graphic than others that we have shared.
And it may ruin your childhood. Not in like a Star Wars Episode 1 kind of way, in like a real way.
So this is a trigger warning or possibly a Tigger warning.
You say my childhood ruined.
So this is the next one we're going to be going. I think this one's a bit more of a generic. It's obviously Winnie the Pooh and any slasher, whatever, splatter porn type horror film.
That is the head of Piglet.
Oh, bother.
You do what you got to do to get bacon, man.
All right. Are we ready for our second battlefield?
Yes.
Woo, yeah.
Sorry, I was too busy being just extremely disturbed by that photo to like.
I noticed Erica kept her. Sorry. We do have a comment before the battlefield video starts. I believe JFC is not Jersey Fried Chicken. That's Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know what I was expecting, but it definitely wasn't Winnie the Pooh /fiction. I thought /fiction was porn.
That's not what /fiction is.
No, but thank you, Sean, for showing us that you have a certain innocence in you still. So the battlefield video.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
sorry.
yes.
I was lining up something else, and then I realized, no, this is my job. And Battlefield 2. Get ready, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Roshan here. And as you can see, commuting here in Toronto really sucks. Man, I wish there was a better way for me to get to work. So tell you what, why don't you guys give me some ideas? What do you think is the coolest terrestrial vehicle in sci-fi or fantasy that's based on a real vehicle? Let me know. When you guys work on that, I'm going to try and figure out what my insurance covers blue shells. See ya.
And Roshan, who was the winner of our first audience mashup as well. We got a comment has come in. Hot ham.
I mean, in case you don't know, that is my boyfriend, okay? So.
This isn't random sexual harassment. So our first vehicle being suggested is the Batmobile with Scotty Mars. And he will be facing off against Barry Carter with his choice of the Spider Buggy. The Spider Buggy. This is I don't know which franchise has made more money. Let's we do have a moment. Sean Griffin says, I just Googled /fiction and it's definitely not what I thought it was. There we go. We have ruined more childhood.
Don't Google BBC. You'll get surprised.
What, the British Broadcasting Corporation?
No, that's not what it is when you Google it.
All right.
Top 10 pages.
But there's a good political party in the U.S. It's called the Lemon Party. You should go to their website. I don't know if that still exists.
I know not to do that, Paul. Come on.
All right, that's old, but so am I. But going first, it's going to be Barry Carter with his choice of the Spider Buggy. This is your positive round.
It's very simple. Peter Parker has to get around. Sometimes people have to drive. It's easier to drive than swing around the city of New York, right? But being in the city of New York, where do you park? There's traffic. You got all these parking places. You don't might have money. Peter Parker is broke. This Spider-Mobile can just drive up a wall and park on a roof. He never has to worry about parking. He's got the great view. And then in those days, he can just go down to Long Island Beach and just cruise around on the dunes because he's got himself a buggy. Can't go wrong. Peter Parker needs a +1, so he's got room for Mary Jane. He's cruising.
Scotty just swallowed very hard. Scotty, you're positive. Positive about your choice.
What can I say? It's the fucking Batmobile.
All right, voting is open. Get your votes in. Sean Griffin is saying the Lemon Party reference is an older meme, but it checks out. We've also have a Roshan saying, dare you to Google Munchkin orgy /fiction next.
No.
I'm saving that for later.
Yeah. It's becoming layers.
Jason McCullough is saying, still could be /fiction. You didn't see what Pooh did with the rest of the body.
Oh. Erica is ruined for the rest of the night. That's it.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Jason McCullough, not random sexual harassment. It's pointed sexual harassment. All right.
Also, I don't know. I would just like to point out, Sean Griffin has a PhD and stuff. He has had a much more valuable education than mine. But at least I got at least my university education helped teach me about /fiction because in communication studies you learn about media and its effects on people, and we read essays about the origins of it and online communities and stuff like that. Sean Griffin has 15 more degrees than I do and still didn't know what it was. Score 1 point for the useless university degrees, y'all.
And I think it's time for a countdown.
All right, so from 3, 2, 1, bat beep.
That
didn't work. I'm never doing it again.
Does the Batmobile have a horn? That's just something that I'm becoming aware of. So Scotty has the first point, which means it's a negative round. Barry, you're going first on the negative round. Negative about the Batmobile.
Okay, so Scotty, I get you saying it's the Batmobile, come on, right? But let's be real about it. First of all, that car is super long. It's super wide. There's no parking for it. How do you put gas in it, first of all, right? Does it take unleaded? Does it take super? You don't know what gas goes even in the Batmobile. And then you can't park it anywhere. Every time you park it someplace, you got to park it, in a cave, in a corner, in an alley? Does it have license plate? No insurance? Come on now. That's just an accident waiting to happen. And on top of that, let me just tell you this. Jason Todd stole the wheels off the Batmobile. How secure could that be?
Boom. Scotty Mars. You get to be negative about the Spider Buggy. I know you're biting to talk about Jason Todd, but the Spider Buggy.
I am, yes, but I'm gonna hold back. The Spider Buggy. What an obvious lame toy grab the Spider Buggy is. Dude can swing from building to building. He doesn't give a shit about where he can park. And he's not hanging out. You think you can't get sand out of regular clothes. You think you can get sand out of the spider suit if you go to the beach and cruise in the dunes in the Spider Buggy? How is it the Spider Buggy? It's got 4 wheels. They couldn't even give the thing 8 wheels to make it a Spider Buggy. It's a lame buggy with a paint job. That's it. There's nothing spider about it.
Boom. Scotty is hitting with the passion. The voting is open. Let's see your votes. And Sean Griffin is answering my earlier question. It obviously has a horn. It goes na 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 na.
It goes something like that.
Move, asshole.
I think it just says, I'm Batman, every time you press it.
Yes, because, of course, Michael Keaton, the best Batman. Best Batman Bruce Wayne combo.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd
Yes.
agree.
I mean, that might change in a couple weeks or this week, but you know what?
This week.
Thank you. I'm bad at math, so I didn't remember when March 4th is.
It might change again when Flash comes out and Michael Keaton is back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Forgot they were making a Flash movie.
How could you?
All right, we have the
How can I
countdowns.
forget? Because it's the DCEU. Who cares?
All
Okay,
right,
isn't that
Erica,
like-
Erica, you've just angered a percentage of the panel and
I'm
some of the
sorry,
viewers.
message of the panel. I'm just gonna go back to saying beep because apparently that's all I'm good for. Being scandalized and saying beep. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Beep.
Boom. Scotty has got the point. That means Scotty is going forward to face the other battle champion of the round. And we have the next battle. It will be coming up in just a second. Here we have it. It's going to be Monica Hamburg with her choice of the Back to the Future DeLorean against the Jetsons flying car. So first is going to be Jim. Jim is going first. Oh no, hold it. Yes, second to the screen, first to. That's it. We got it right. And I have a big announcement after this battle. So
I gotta say, this is the one that all the other terrestrial vehicles flow from. This is the granddaddy of them all. This is the OG. This is the original model. If you were buying a classic, terrestrial vehicle from the animated world, this would be the one that you'd buy. This would be the one because this is the one that started it all. Is it the best? No. Is it the flashiest? No. I'm sure we'd all like a sand car like in Star Wars, or the walkers in Star Wars. There's a lot of flashier ones, but this is the one when you were 5 years old and sitting watching that TV, your eyes open wide, and you were there like, wow, cars can fly. This is the one that inspired Lewis Black to lose his mind in his first HBO special. This is the one that just brought us all together as a community and said, sci-fi can be funny. This is the one, but it gets overlooked because as a society, we have a bias for the new. But don't overlook this old one because this is a standard.
boom. Well said. Monica,
All right.
let's get the hot ham on this one.
Hot ham is on the case. All right. Well, a little trivia for you. When Mustang actually wanted to get their vehicle in the film, and they offered the film $75,000, to which the screenwriter Bob Gale refused, and he said, which I think is a really quotable thing, Doc Brown doesn't drive a fucking Mustang. And that's not only the coolest statement, but what makes this really cool is that it is the first and last time anyone respected a screenwriter's opinion.
Vote. Jim was very proud of Monica's points. Screenwriting is one of the things that's covered in the Complete Idiot's Guide to Writing Comedy, a book authored by Jim Mendrinos. And as the votes are coming in, I want to announce we have officially received 50 subscribers. So next month's BattleCom, we are going to do a giveaway. I've got a bunch of things sort of lined up here. We've got like Warhammer 40K notebooks. I'm not that visible, but that's okay. I'll show these when we get when I can be in a big window, but we have to watch the votes at this point. So I'll show some of the prizes that we have given away. I've showed some of them already in the past shows, trying to get people up to the 50 subscribers, get their friends to sign up.
Tell all your friends. If you
The next goal is going to be 100 subscribers.
Yes. Let's do it. I don't want to sound like a pyramid scheme, but if you get 5 people to subscribe to our YouTube channel, I will call you and say beep. And then promptly hang up because I'm not good at conversation.
I love it.
Hello? Who's this? Beep. Click. Hello? Hello?
Oh, if only some of my exes would have been that brief.
We get the question of how many subscribers till the vanity URL. It's at 100 subscribers. That's why we got the 50. We hit that landmark. We're going to be running for the 100. And I think it's time for the countdown.
All right. So from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep.
There it is. That is the first point goes to Monica. That means, Jim, you are going first on the negative round? Yes, negative round.
Yes, negative round.
About the DeLorean.
Let me first say kudos to you for that last round. That was awesome. Well said. But I gotta point this out. The car from Back to the Future is a DeLorean. I know that some of you guys are a lot younger than me. Have you ever driven a DeLorean? It would not get up to 88 miles an hour. You want to talk fiction? That is the fiction of the DeLorean. It's not going to get fast enough to go back and forward through time. It just can't handle it. Have you ever been in a DeLorean? It's literally like driving a tuna can. It's like driving a tuna can that's really low to the ground and no shock absorbers. That's what the ride is like in a DeLorean. Do you know anybody that's still driving a DeLorean? No. You know why? Because they're pieces of crap. They junked them as soon as they can. You know what? Great movie, lousy car.
Boom. Erica. Or Monica.
Well, Jim, I can't argue with your choice. I grew up with the Jetsons, and that was the quintessential vehicle. But there is one issue with it. Sure, you are in a flying car, but that car also has your entire family in it.
All right,
Yeah.
vote. The voting is open.
I didn't think about that. That is a point. That is a point. Can I just take the
Sean
robot?
What was that, Jim?
Can I just take the robot? The robot was the nicest person on that show. The robot maid. She was snarky, but nice.
Rosie.
Rosie! Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Griffin is saying Erica's going to be replacing the beep on all our answering machines.
Yes.
Roshan says, I can't believe it took me 20 plus takes to get the words terrestrial vehicle, only to vote on 2 cars that fly.
Yes.
That is great. By the way, feel free to post in the comments if you have a favorite terrestrial vehicle.
As well as, I don't think we've received any comments for the mashup yet.
We have not. So if you have any ideas for our mashup, the extremely disturbing image that we showed earlier, feel free to share those as well.
Oh, I have ideas, all right.
And I think it's time for Count Erica.
All right. So from 3, 2, 1, beep. And
Jim had a surge at the end, but it wasn't quite enough. That round goes to Monica Hamburg.
So now we're going to move on to the final battle. Oh, I never put the vote ticker when it was time to vote. I'm really sorry.
I took it off just because it sort of is covering people's faces.
Sorry.
I want to do a shout out, even though I have to pay them. They're not paying me for this. StreamYard makes it incredibly easy to do this game show. And they're always updating it though. So there's little tweaks here and there. So we have to adjust each month as we do the show. And so that means we have Monica with the DeLorean, facing off against Scotty Mars. And Scotty Mars and his choice of the Batmobile. actually, I'm just going to co-op this for a second. I want to show some of the stuff that we will be giving away. So a notebook that's from the Warhammer universe.
Cool.
We've got candies that I shouldn't use green. So candy shaped like Mario mushrooms. Also some mints.
Fun.
And grab these as my filing system disappears. The Deadpool comeback creator.
Very cool.
So that is it's a sort of a flip book. So you've got this, and then you can kiss my burnt metallic finger. Right. You've got one smart lip for a 2-dimensional creepy finger. So
Nothing. Not saying anything. I'm out.
and
Lots of fingering in
also,
that book.
yeah, well, I didn't change the bottom page, and also the comic book sketchbook, which is got pre-lined comic book panel pages. So for the aspiring comic book artist, it is something fun to create your own comic books with.
All right. Should I pull up that horribly disturbing image again for this round's mashup, in case anyone
Yes.
wants to post the title of it? All right. Get ready for it. It's coming. It is extremely disturbing. And here it is again. Like, is that supposed to be Venom, or is he just a creepy Winnie the Pooh? I really can't tell.
That's his
And I don't-
tongue.
Yeah, I know. Venom also
Oh.
has a tongue.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think it's just top of the food chain.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. That also makes sense.
Bears eat rabbits. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not vegan.
That's
Sean
just
Griffin
from
is
the,
mentioning winning prizes at BattleCom was always a great part of the live show. And as things are beginning to open up, we want to make sure it's nice and stable and safe. And we will get back to winning prizes again in person. What we definitely next week, we are going to be winning some prizes in the show. It is time now for Scotty Mars versus Monica Hamburg. It is going to be the Batmobile versus the Back to the Future DeLorean. On the positive round first, we have Scotty Mars.
I mean, I could just pop my quick one-liner again, but I'll add more as to why the Batmobile is just so damn badass. There's never been a bad version. Like, never. Nolan, Burton, Snyder, Reeves, we've seen his Batmobile. It looks great. Animated, Schumacher, they're all amazing. And it's got everything. It's got everything you need. Rockets? Boom, you got it. You need bulletproof? Yeah, you got it. You need a fold-down seat in the back for sexy time with Catwoman? I don't know that it's there, but I would put money on it being there. Flip it out a bat condom and you're good to go.
Boom. All right. The voting will be open in just a second.
Monica has to go first, Paul.
Yeah.
Monica,
Oh,
your
right,
turn
sorry.
in the positive
I get
round.
to go again.
That's okay. I needed to recover from the image of a bat condom, so we're okay. I think I'm all right. Okay, the DeLorean has gull wing doors. Okay, a car with doors like seagull wings, and I checked, and it wasn't invented by someone who was stoned.
All right. Vote. Get your votes in. Oh, hold it. That's the wrong one.
That is definitely the wrong one.
No, I lost, dude.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, Paul worked
You're
on
just
that.
rubbing it in now. Here's the amount of talking on this show that is just epic. You people just, man.
I would just like to point
You're
out
going to
that
give Jim Chevy Chase flashbacks.
You know,
No.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
don't make me go Winnie the Pooh on you people. That is all.
Whoa. Yeesh.
I'm nobody's pig. No one puts Piglet in a corner.
So, no, but apparently you can put them in a box. Did you see that photo?
I think you put him in his tummy is what happened.
Oh, covered. Oh my goodness. Honey glazed ham.
oh,
Yeah.
All right, the votes are coming
there are
in.
2 hot hams on this show. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Don't link it that way, Erica. Don't link it that way.
oh no.
Her mind
Erica's
went there.
connecting dots, and her mind is ruined.
I don't know, Monica. I'd be a little bit worried if your friend is picturing you, being eaten by a live bear. You should have a conversation with her.
My boyfriend pictures things much weirder, so he's...
I blame the internet.
And that's why he's your boyfriend.
That's correct.
Let's give a little shout out to Monica's famed show, Pornomedy, since we're talking about the weird stuff you find on the internet.
Thank you.
Do you want to give a description? When would the next be? Or
I'm sometime in 2022, but I don't know what's going on right now. So, but yes, it's a great show, really fun, where I make fun of people's comments on porn sites and strange descriptions, just the whole world of porn, but only the dark stuff, only the weird and creepy stuff, because that's my specialty.
Nice.
and I think it's time for a countdown.
all right. So from 3, 2, 1, beep.
And that goes to Scotty.
I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear the cat, but ever since Scotty said Catwoman, she has been awake and meowing a lot.
I think
I
it's
was
the
gonna
way
say
he said it.
something, but I was gonna say something. I'll just be quiet though. I think.
No.
All right. This means Monica is going first on the negative round, as that point went to Scotty. Monica, you get to be negative about the Batmobile.
Well, I mean, the Batmobile is this huge armored assault vehicle. It is completely and utterly environmentally unfriendly, which is very ironic considering it's being driven by a man dressed like a bat.
Barry, don't
Monica-
wince.
What?
I told Barry to stop wincing.
Oh. Monica pointed out in one of her positives that despite the fact that her car has doors like the wings of a bird, that it was not created by someone stoned. I can't speak to the fact that he was stoned, but I do think he had a coke problem because the guy that created it, John DeLorean, he was actually charged with cocaine trafficking.
That's correct.
17 million's worth of cocaine. And I think that's all you need to know about the DeLorean. That explains everything.
Voting is open. Get your
I will
votes
reserve
in.
my
Go to
comments.
slido.com. The event code is BC304. I like that. How the fact that it actually comes up on the screen now with the vote when we have our pictures underneath. So this is another little tweak and an upgrade from StreamYard. We got a comment. That's my lady. Weird and creepy.
This show is just foreplay for us. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm glad we're leading up to a good night. So it doesn't matter if you win.
I win either way.
Hot Hands Monahan is about to have a great night.
Oh, not as great. Someone didn't want me to have that good a night.
No, how dare.
That might have been just a new vote coming in. And I think we're ready for the countdown.
All right, so from 3, 2, get your votes in now. 1, I know these are 2 very awesome vehicles and it is difficult to choose. Beep. Congratulations, Scotty and Batmobile. You have won this entire battle.
Woo.
Oh my
Boom.
gosh.
I really liked Monica's comment about the bat condom.
That wasn't my comment. That was originally Scotty's comment. I just played off it.
Yeah. All right. Just taking the moment, I want to thank again BattleCOM being powered by StreamYard and the voting app Slido. These are things that we are paid for. So if you can donate to the show, it is much appreciated. But everything that does come in is split evenly among all the performers you're seeing on the screen. We have also want to thank very much Cindy for helping out with the behind the scenes stuff as well. Doing a fantastic job there. Thank you. And you do that going to Linktree, and I'll make it spin. There it is, Linktree or linktr.ee/Paul Ash. And it says the first link there is buy me a drink, and that's going to be buying everybody a drink. So that's just a PayPal donation link. And we've got the name the mashup. Here comes that picture again. Erica, cover your eyes. We also want to mention just a second. I'll bring it up. Jason McCullough is saying, hot ham. I'm the pineapple. I'm the pineapple. So there we are. That is the thing. No one has.
Everyone is too disturbed to come up with jokes about it. I'm telling you. Also,
there's all kinds. I'm pretty sure. There's the walking poo. Like, let's throw it out. Just throw some out. Anyone that can think of something.
Butcher shop at Pooh Corner.
What was that?
The butcher shop at Pooh Corner.
Butcher shop at Pooh Corner. The 100-acre Walking Dead.
Christopher Robin's next.
Lord of the Pooh?
National Geographic visits the 100-acre woods.
These gritty reboots.
Tasty friendships.
Who stole my honey last summer?
There we go. There's
You think Pooh's funny, do you?
oh wait, one more. He had Piglet with fava beans and a nice Chianti. The silence of the ruse.
Now, did someone have one that we just didn't mention? I don't know, but there it is. Fantastic. I liked it.
I'm glad you did, because I am not going to sleep tonight. Great.
That's why you're sleep deprived. So we have our final name the mashup. Name the mashup. This is the final one for the final round. So the audience can think about it and then give us their answers at the end of the round. This one is a bit more of a broader ranged one. For those who do not know, Charles Bronson was an actor who starred many films, appeared in many films, such as The Great Escape. He's known for Death Wish and Charlie Brown. If you don't know who Charlie Brown is, don't watch this show.
If you don't know who Charlie Brown is, welcome to planet Earth, I guess.
No, they broadcast Charlie Brown out into space. So there it is. So Charlie Brownson is the caption that's on this, but we want a caption to really do the mashup proud. There we are. We're going into Battlefield 3. Let's see the video.
Video is...
Oh, hi, battlers. I'm Don Zanklin. I'm a comedian from Ottawa. I want to know, what cartoon character would you like to live next door to? See ya.
Boom. Don Zanklin, comedian in Ottawa, doing all kinds of fantastic stuff. So check them out online. I do want to point out that she opened up the fridge and took nothing.
Yeah.
That's normal.
I do that. I just talk to the food, just so it's not lonely.
All right, so this is our first battle mashup. It's going to be Jim Mendrinos with his choice of Josie and the Pussycats. Actually, I just realized something. There's a white circle there. That's because the picture I found for the next character had the eyes, not like an empty space for the eyes. So I had to put the white behind it, or else it would have been the yellow of the background. And I think he was rich enough to avoid jaundice. So Richie Rich, Barry Carter's choice of Richie Rich. Second to the screen is Barry Carter. He gets to go first in this round. First about having the greatest cartoon to live next to.
Simply, Richie Rich. It's in his name. The guy has got money, and he likes to spend money, and he likes to go and hang out with friends. But you know what I noticed about Richie Rich? He ain't got no black friends. He at least needs one. So this is where it comes in. Broke Barry. Broke Barry, his next door neighbor who lives in this pool house, and this would be the remake. Forget Bel Air and Fresh Prince and all that, where they're making Uncle Phil a bad guy, like he's a gangster. No, it's Broke Barry with Richie Rich going around the world like Eminem and 50 Cent. That is the life to lead for me.
Jim Mendrinos, Josie and the Pussycats.
All right, I'm going to start this with a trigger warning. Some of you are going to be highly triggered with what I'm going to say. Did you see what Josie and the Pussycats look like? I know they're cartoons. I know they're not real. But did you see what that band looked like? Did you see? I was 10, a budding young man just starting to come to the cusp of puberty. The cusp of puberty, I say. Josie and the Pussycats on TV. Long tails and ears for hats. Oh yes. I want to live next door to them. That is my preteen boy fantasy. And you can't take that away from me.
Boom. It is time to vote. Get your votes in. As soon as I can get it up. There it is. Whoa.
Oh,
Nope, that's not it.
Crazy.
I did it again.
Language.
Language.
I was about to say this is a family show, but let's be real. No, it's not.
No.
All right. There's the voting is open at this point. So get your votes in. And we have one already a suggestion for the Charles Brownson. It's a death wish, Charlie Brownson.
Nice.
I love that one.
Classic.
That's really good.
It's great. Also, I will just mention again in this round, so please feel free to keep giving us your captions for Charlie Brownson. Also, like if you have any cartoon or animated characters that cartoon characters that you wish you could live next door to, post them in the comments and we'll read them out at the end of the round, or we'll read them out during the round. Who knows? It's a surprise.
And we need a countdown.
All right, so get your votes in 3, 2, 1. Beep. And that one goes to Jim. Congratulations, Jim. You have won the positive round, which means that Barry will be going first in the negative round. Barry, go ahead.
Josie and the Pussycats. Is it a kid's show? Is it something from Pornhub? We don't know. And if I had to live next door to them, I wouldn't know either. I don't want to have a screeching cat and these guys playing music all night long and running around in their antics with, trying to solve mysteries like they're part of the Scooby-Doo gang where I'm trying to get a good night's sleep because I, Broke Barry, have a job in the morning that I got to go to and can't be up at 3, 4 in the morning. They have to realize I got to keep that noise down. I don't want no cat turning around and giving me attitude when I'm walking outside and I don't want to hear the music going. I was like, get these kids off my lawn.
All right. Barry the Boomer has just responded. Jim, you get to be a negative now about living next to Richie Rich.
Look, I know that Barry had posted kind of his Kato Keatlan fantasy about living next to Richie Rich. I get that. But can we really be honest? It's not really Richie Rich's money. It's his dad's money. And dad's going to find out. And you're an adult. And dad's going to be coming to you like, hey, you're taking advantage of my kid. There's laws that are being broken if you're actually glomming off the kid. So I think you got to be careful, dude. This isn't so much my defense or my bashing of Richie Rich. It's just I don't want to see Barry doing hard time. So I want him to look out for himself. I want him to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful, dude. Be careful.
Boom! There we have it. Let's get those votes in. I'm surprised Barry doesn't know who Josie and the Pussycats are. Either that or he's feigning innocence to not admit a history. I do believe, though, if you're living in the pool house, you're not technically a neighbor.
No.
Right?
Depends how far away the pool house is.
That's right. But imagine Richie Rich's pool house. I mean, it's like was it Fresh Prince of Bel Air? At one point, they lived in a pool house and they were having a great old time.
I think Richie Rich's pool house is the house that he keeps his pools in. Multiple.
Also,
good with
Richie
that.
Rich is a rich dude. Eventually, he's going to want you to do something for the money, and you might have to perform the Carlton to get some money. That's not a good optic.
I've got rhythm, and if I get to live in a pool house, I will dance like Carlton. I've done it before for free.
Barry has been a professional dancer as well. So
Woo! I would fill the garter. That's all I'm saying.
And I do know Josie and the Pussycats. I used to watch that show, even to the point where I went Josie and the Pussycats in outer space. So there you go.
That's when
All right.
the show jumped the shark.
it's got fish too. All right. Let's get a countdown.
All right. So from 3, 2, 1, beep. And negative
that-
round. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, the negative round goes to Jim. That means he has the round. And we're going to be finding our next 2 battlers. It's kind of obvious because there's only 4 battlers. And so if we had to, then the 2 that, just haven't happened yet is going to be the ones that go on next. But, I have to hit the proper slideshow button and hide all the stuff I'm hiding. Oh, no, I didn't do this right. But we're going to go with it because I can't edit it now. This is Scotty Mars with his choice of living next to He-Man, facing off against Monica Hamburg and her choice of Bugs Bunny. And second to the screen was Monica. So, Monica, you get to go first on the positive round.
All right. Bugs Bunny lives in an upper middle class house. So if I'm his neighbor, that means I live in an upper middle class house. And look, I know I'm getting my class status from a fictional rabbit, but I will take what I can get.
Boom. And that means Scotty.
Well,
Your
I mean,
positive.
to kind of go along with what Monica was saying, if you're living next to a castle, your property value's high. Like that's a castle next door. Your house is pretty damn good. And here's the side thing about living. There's many side things living next to He-Man. But one, when he goes out front and calls for the power of Grayskull, you put a lightning rod on your roof, free power. You suck that lightning in, free power. Boom. One little drawback when Battle Cat shits in your yard. That's a little bit of a lot, but free power.
Sorry, Scotty, you are the wrong complexion to be raising your hand in the air and saying something power. It doesn't look good.
I said free.
Really enunciate that free.
Yes.
Free.
I don't know, man. We all know what a certain segment of white Canadians has been up to in the last month, so it's a little too close to home. Just a little too close.
Jim, we want to apologize to you and your countrymen for the fact that your countrymen were able to pay a lot of money to some of my countrymen to do something as stupid as they did.
Well, we pay our people to do stupid stuff all the time. That's what America's founded on. Stupidity.
Oh, that reminds me. Jackass Forever is out in theaters now.
Speaking of which,
I thought
What
that was
a
the Trump
transition.
administration.
What? Paul, you
Me,
are
just-
kind of on fire tonight, but also kind of not. Anyways. The transitions
So I'm
are like, I
basically
can't
getting a
even
sunburn. This explains the colors here. Not my blood pressure.
I think we should say he's smoldering. Not quite on fire, but he's almost there, smoldering.
Somebody just
I've
needs
never
to
been
blow on.
insulted by better company. Let's give this a countdown.
All right, so from 3, 2, 1, beep.
There it is. Scotty has that point. We are moving on to the negative round, which means Monica is going to be going first.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, right off the bat, I do understand that Scotty, whose name I forgot for a second, was is just transfixed by the homoerotic fantasy of living next to He-Man.
So your mic's cutting out,
Oh,
Monica. Can you repeat that?
Yes,
You just turned it off. You've muted your mic.
Oh my gosh, Monica, come back. No, you're still muted.
You're still muted.
I'm back.
No?
Oh yeah, you're back now.
Yes.
All right, you're
I'm
back
back
now.
now. All right, let me start again with this failure of a line. All right, so Scotty, I understand how appealing the homoerotic fantasy is of living next to a shirtless He-Man. I understand and I relate. However, I think you're just going back because He-Man transforms himself into a human tornado, and this is just circling back. And also, what a pain in the ass living next to a human tornado.
Nice. All right. And Scotty.
I am secure enough in my manhood to say He-Man is jacked, and I am okay with that. That's fine. I mean, who living next to Bugs Bunny? I love Bugs and Daffy and all those people. I don't want them next to me. My God, Bugs Bunny every day coming over dressed up like a woman. You want to talk about confused sexuality? I don't know what's happening. Bugs Bunny shows up at my door in a dress. When I was a kid, I felt a tingle. I don't know what was going on. I don't want that every day. Not at all. Not even close. Keep them away from me. Keep the rabbits in the zoo.
Boom. Voting is open. Voting is open. We did get a comment saying, I saw Jackass Forever. There were 5 of us in the cinema. 2 were younger girls who left after the 20th penis appeared on the screen. I guess the first 19 were acceptable. Votes are in. Votes. Votes. There's still a couple people watching who haven't voted as of yet.
So keep getting your votes in. Also, don't forget to send us ideas for the mashup. And don't
also
forget to like and subscribe. Oh, and Peter, Paul wants to thank somebody.
No, I was just going to say, remember to click like and subscribe. You read my mind and got it out there. I'm sorry for the other stuff that's in my mind.
All right. Should I do a countdown?
I think we should do a countdown.
All right. So from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. And
beep.
Negative round goes to Monica. Congratulations, Monica. That means that we are now tied.
And
Paul,
into a free-for-all round. Well, that means that we've won another round, and this round is going to feature Scotty Mars going first with the chance to be positive about his own choice, negative about Monica's choice, just be entertaining, or a roast attack upon his opponent.
I don't want to sound like Alex Jones and conspiracy theory guy here, but I think the only time Erica has done 5 counts has both been when Monica's had a slight lead. So I'm just pointing that out there to start.
I'm just bad at
a
math.
little bit crazy. I'm just
it's
saying.
It's not supposed to be a roast attack on me, Scotty.
I don't know. I'm finding this entertaining.
I thought I had the dais. I thought I had the dais. Everybody was like fair game. I don't want to be negative about Bugs Bunny. How can I be negative about Bugs? He's so lovable, blah, blah. But living next to He-Man, in a little defense of my sexuality, Tila would be over there sunbathing. Oh, that'd be nice. Little Tila action. That's not too bad. And then He-Man comes over, does the lawn with the power sword. That's done in like 5 seconds. So I'm telling you, you're short-sighting this. You're just looking at a man in trunks and thinking that's all it's about. It's much deeper than that. Much deeper.
All right, Scotty Mars going deep.
There. At this
on
point,
He-Man.
on He-Man. All right. At this point, Bugs Bunny is 75 years old, so he likely won't be able to use the internet, and he won't see any of my social media posts and won't realize he doesn't want me in the neighborhood.
Vote. Voting is open.
Ooh, all right. If this is going to be another tie, I mean, if it ends up
there we go.
Why?
No,
see, this is because they know that I would vote against Scotty after he roasted me.
I was just pointing out I was just an observation.
All of my flaws. I understand. You were
Strictly
pointing out all of my
Seinfeld
flaws,
there, just
Scotty.
an observation. Just
And the audience agrees with me. So I am just going to go home and cry. Luckily, I am already home.
I love the fact that we're just seeing the top of Jim's face, but he's loving this.
I just want to say, if that's all of her flaws, she's a really good person. If that's all of her flaws, she's awesome. Like, I've got 11 flaws. I'm not even wearing pants. That is how flawed I am. And meanwhile, this is it. I count a little slow when somebody's winning. That's not a flaw.
All right, let's give this a count.
All right. So from, I guess, 3? From 4? 3? Please vote for Monica because, like, I don't know, guys. I don't know anymore. Anyways, I'm supposed to be neutral. 2. What is even happening right now? 1. Do I seriously have to say beep again? Beep.
There it is. We have it. That point goes to and the round, or that battle goes to Scotty. So that means our finale is going to be Jim versus Scotty. So Jim with Josie and the Pussycats versus Scotty Mars and He-Man as the neighbors to live next to, as if from the best cartoon neighbors to live next to. And I'll wait for Monica to come back because I have something I want to say about having Bugs Bunny live next door that no one touched on. But talking about touching, let's bring up Jim Mendrinos to be positive again about Josie and the Pussycats.
All right. So you saw the Josie and the Pussycats poster, and you saw the He-Man poster. That's it. The floor is yours, Scotty.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I mean, I could just keep pointing out all the benefits about living next to a strong man. You ever need something moved? You know, dude next door has got the power to do it. Little Orko, great at parties. Like, kid's birthday, no problem. Orko takes care of it. And here's the thing. He-Man and his crew, they always pay for damage done by errant Skeletor attacks. So, you know, you're never like, oh, son of a bitch, broke my window again. That's out of my pocket. No, He-Man. Because he's He-Man, picks up the bill for that. Who else is doing that? Nobody, I say.
Boom. That is the positive round.
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go.
There we are. So the Slido is up, and it's go to slido.com, BC304. That's how you vote. Watching the votes come in. Oh, and yeah, that's, oh, wow. What a turnaround.
All right. Look at these bar graphs moving. This is, let's face it, this is a better bar graph that I've created at work all week.
This is, I think it's kind of incredible that we've got representation from 4 different cities, and we have people voting from anywhere in the world, and we're seeing it in near enough to real time.
It is
awesome.
Pretty darn cool.
Yep. And we're laughing while we do it.
Absolutely. We faked the moon landing. Now technology does this. Amazing times.
Do you want Buzz Aldrin to punch you? He's done that.
I know. Yeah. Picture how many views I'll get from that one.
The Jetsons had a flying car and a polite robot. And we have this and data mining. All right.
And
anyways,
fake
should I
currency.
do a
I'm
count?
not talking about just Bitcoin. Why are we off of the gold standard? No, I'm not a conspiracy guy. Just
wait, did you say Bitcoin or Biffcoin? Because if Biffcoin isn't a thing, I think we just invented a Back to the Future themed cryptocurrency. And
good meme coin.
I feel like that's what Biff Tannen would have wanted, you know?
Yep. Patent pending. Trademark.
We're all in on that, by the way.
Yeah, we're all in, except for Monica, whose picture's not on the screen.
But wasn't it her that mentioned the DeLorean?
Shh.
Oh, she's not here. Shh.
All right, let's get the countdown.
All right, so from 4, 3. Yeah, I'm doing it from 4 now. 2, 1. Beep. By the power of beep. I don't know.
By
Anyways,
the power of beep.
I just
Yeah.
want to say,
positive round coasters.
if she would have counted down from 5, I think I would have had that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Give Americans a shot and count down from 5 is all I'm saying. Okay, I get it.
I'm sorry, Jim. Next time I will count down from 5, aka the highest number that most American Republicans can count.
Yeah, that is. I'm saying this is a rigged election, and I'm gonna want to confiscate the voting machines. That's all I'm saying. Everyone needs to send their laptops to, BattleCOM.
All right, Jim has been spitting fire, so let's keep it up going. First on the negative round is this. Yes, this is the negative round. Negative about living next to He-Man.
Okay, look. What is the worst thing that happens if you live next door to Josie and the Pussycats? An impromptu concert? Yeah, maybe you're going to hear a little bit of generic music playing. You know what the worst thing that's going to happen if you live next door to Skeletor? Your house is going to blow up because Skeletor is going to come. He's going to blow stuff up. You're going to be collateral damage. Your new nickname will be Friendly Fire. That is who you will be, okay? And it's He-Man, and it is homoerotic, and he's going to show up with his version of the He-Man Woman Haters Club. There's not anything that's positive or beneficial about living next door to He-Man. Nothing. And I also got to say this. Have you seen how the oiled up dude is? Dude is just, he's got an addiction. He's got a baby oil addiction, and it's just, your whole yard is going to smell like baby oil between the months of April and October. Do you want that? Do you want the kids looking out the window, seeing big old He-Man nipples pointing at the sun? Is that what you want? Is that really what it is? Do you want the kids looking out the window, seeing that big old sword? And I'm not talking about the metal one. Do you want that? No, nobody wants that. I'm very anti-He-Man. That's all I'm saying.
Thought that was the negative round. Anyway, Scott.
My negative is actually Jim's positive because he's right. Josie and the Pussycat are straight foxes. So think about it. Pandemic life. You're trapped at home. You have to work from home. Oh, but there's these hot girls next door playing rock and roll in skimpy outfits. So then you stop working and all you do is leer out the window with drool coming out of your mouth and a hand beneath the windowsill. And then what happens is you get no work done and you get fired and then you get evicted and you're sitting on the street with a cramped up hand that you can't move anymore and you're drier than the Dust Bowl.
That's a good life.
Vote!
That's a good life.
Seeing the votes. Oh, whoa! That was double streak came out. I want to mention that no one actually took the take about living next to Bugs Bunny. That Bugs Bunny has people attacking him too, but he usually avoids it by switching house numbers.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? I don't need to come home one day to find out that Marvin the Martian just what. You make me very, very angry. And just took out my house. Or not realize that I got rabbit ears pasted to the back of my head during hunting season.
Rabbit season.
Rabbit season.
Coyote. Super genius.
I mean, the advantage of that is that that you would live in a neighborhood that's very, very quiet.
If it was very, very quiet, he wouldn't have to keep on telling people be very, very quiet. So it's obviously loud.
But Elmer Truffaut is a millionaire and owns a mansion and a yacht, so there's bonuses.
There are bonuses. And I think people have weighed the bonuses of living next to He-Man or Josie and the Pussycats.
Okay, what number do I count down from? Because I don't know anymore.
83.
We're going to be
Might
here
be a bit
until
high.
tomorrow. From 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. And oh my goodness. Congratulations to Scotty on having won all 3 battles tonight.
Oh,
wow. That's a
holy
first for
shnikey.
me.
Congratulations, Scotty.
Thank you. These were great battles. This is too much fun.
Yeah, there was one thing that you mentioned as a positive. You very early, or I think it was your first free for all round against Monica. You mentioned you get to see Tila sunbathing. I have never seen a picture of Grayskull Castle with sunshine. It's always been cloudy. Right? Like if you want, like I mean, I know you live in Nova Scotia, so it's usually cloudy.
Yeah,
So you might think that's sunbathing weather.
It is, yeah. I mean, for me, yes. And don't destroy my Tila fantasies, please.
On Eternia, no one sees the sun around
Tila and
Grayskull
She-Ra
Castle.
meet, and anyway, sorry.
All right, he's gonna go playing with his action figures and Jim's window fantasy.
Yep.
All right, we are. Oh, I think I forgot something here, but here we are. We want to thank Tina Spirals, who is our on Twitter. She's at Tina Spirals, and she's modeling a classic BattleCOM T-shirts. I know Sean Griffin is probably wearing one right now. It's a cat with a sword. Can you see
We
it?
need to bring
Can you
back
see
that
it?
design. It's a cat with a sword. You can't quite see it in that picture, but when we go back to in person, we're going to have those standees and we're going to be able to like point out the outline of the cat and the sword.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And unfortunately, I designed it and paid for these big standees, and then it got, I saw it, and it's. So we ran with it. We're proud. Jim, you saw it?
Finally, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm staring. I was
All right.
staring a little too intently at the photo.
Also in the link tree is the link to the store. So if you want any merch, like your own BattleCOM t-shirt, they are available there on Teespring. And there's also little slogan shirts like that hoodie saying, "Losing is a learning experience. I am here to teach you."
Yes.
So did we get any, we got one for this. It was really good. Ruroshin got it in. I think he might have intimidated people.
I know. I think that happened again this round. So congratulations, Roshan, on another win with "It's a Death Wish," Charlie Brownson.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sean Griffin has just mentioned, believe it or not, after 4 years of not seeing a live show, I've worn out all my shirts. I'll have to pick up a new one. Boom. All right. Well, okay. Roshan has come up with maybe the definitive. Does anyone else have any possible mashups for the Charlie Brownson? No, people.
I feel like
shaking
I
their
don't
head.
know enough about Charles Bronson's movies, which is bad because I'm sure that I sold many, many copies of them back when I worked at a video store.
How old are you, Erica? You worked at a video store?
I mean,
shouldn't ask your
technically,
age. I'm sorry.
It only sold DVDs and then Blu-rays, and for a brief period of time, HD DVDs. So I never actually sold a VHS. I don't know. Does that age me?
No, you're good.
There we go. Oh, also want to thank BattleCOM art has been provided by Evan C. Abrams. Thank him for that. Again, please recommend the show to your friends. Hit the like. Sean Griffin is saying, "What's a video store?"
Oh, come on, Sean Griffin. I don't know for a fact, but I'm certain that Sean, like many other nerds in Montreal, has absolutely shopped at the video store that I used to work at many, many years ago.
He's saying, "Is that like Netflix, but in real life?" And Death Wish is the only Charles Bronson movie I know. He also was fairly integral to The Great Escape.
Yeah.
Another great film.
The Great Escape, starring that
Steve
other guy.
McQueen.
I was gonna say, for a second, I was like Burt Reynolds, but in my head, I knew that it was not Burt Reynolds.
Oh,
Steve
blue
McQueen,
eyes
who
are
was
just
like-
blue eyes to you. Is that the case, Erica?
I mean, it's just, I knew that Burt Reynolds did something, but no, it's just he drives around in limousines in Happy Gilmore. That's the movie that Burt Reynolds is most famous for.
Smokey and the Bandit. Trans Ams.
Deliverance.
Gator.
All
Gator.
right,
Wow, that's a pull.
We want to suggest to everybody to keep an eye out for our wonderful panelists this month. Scotty Mars has the podcast, The Scotty Mars Show, where he interviews musicians, comedians, and you talk about geek stuff as well, which is perfectly cool. We have Jim Mendrinos, has Mendrinos_in_exile on Instagram. You can find his links there as well. Find out what he's up to and what he's performing. Jim, anything you want to mention right now?
On March 18th, we're opening a brand new comedy club in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey. So if any of your audience is coming south of the border, please visit us at Comedy Therapy Newark. It's a beautiful shop, and we're going back to coffee house days where it's a non-alcohol and hopefully non-heckler venue. That is what we are hoping for. Although if it doesn't do well, we will be bringing in the booze swiftly. But they're letting me try this without the booze, so let's get it started.
Boom. All right. I might have to talk to you about making a trip down to do a BattleCOM live there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Barry 3D on Barry3D.com is a good chance to watch Barry with the Iconist podcast, the Touch of Grey podcast, all kinds of wonderful shows. Anything you want to spotlight coming up?
Well, we have the Iconist podcast is all about geek culture, comic books, and everything like that. We have episodes coming out every week. So every Tuesdays we have the videos on YouTube. Every Wednesday you can find the podcast all over where you stream them from. And with the Touch of Grey, we have multiple videos up, and we're doing live shows again. So we have our first live show coming out in Jarvis, Ontario, starting this Friday. So I'm not going to be seeing the new Batman movie this Friday, unfortunately. But yeah, keep posted for a lot more, and like, subscribe, and share. Just like this channel, we're trying to grow ours also to get that vanity name on YouTube. Thank you.
Monica.Hamburg on Instagram. Monica, I asked you earlier what you had coming up, or I asked specifically about Pornomedy, but do you have anything coming up that you want to mention?
Not right now. There's stuff I'm percolating, but I'm not ready to talk about yet. But I am going to be, if you're in Montreal, I will be on Vaudeville on March 16th. So please come see that.
I've heard that's a pretty good show. Scotty, I forgot to ask if there was anything that you wanted mentioned.
No.
Your
I'm
radio
going to
station.
see Batman on Wednesday.
You're going to see Batman on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, he works at a radio station, so
I'm a big time. No, well, we do, if I want to mention the radio station, you can stream it, surge105.ca. It takes up a lot of my time, and I enjoy it, but it's fun.
Your title's programming director now?
I am assistant program director, afternoon host. I do so many things there, it's ridiculous. And then the podcast, I got some emails out for some good guests, so there could be some good stuff coming soon.
Past guests have included, who's your top 3 past guests?
Oh, geez. The Todd McFarlane one was killer. I loved Todd. Ashley Eckstein was great. And I'm going to say Brent Smith from Shinedown. He's always a blast. So
okay, yeah, I was surprised Nikki Sixx didn't hit that.
He's not on the podcast.
Oh, he's not on the podcast. He was another
I think I released an old interview that I did with him. So I don't really want to count that one. But that would be one of my favorite interviews of all time.
And Biff Naked.
And Biff is amazing. She's Canadian icon. I love Biff. She is fantastic. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about Biff.
So support comedy. Please do that. Support all these fantastic performers. Erica is also a performer. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. That's her Instagram. It's Erica_MTL on Instagram. Please check out what Erica has coming up. Do you want to mention anything specifically, Erica?
Not going to mention anything specific, just will say that now that things are opening back up in Quebec, you might see me in person on a stage near you somewhere. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will get details on that.
And tomorrow I'm going to clank some rust off at the Comedy Nest. And Wednesday, the Vaudeville is back, and my good friend, the Love Doctor, is hosting it. So that's good news. We've got a yay Vaudeville right there from Sean Griffin. Thank you, Sean. When you come back to visit, hopefully we can get you to a show again. and all my links about the online stuff, which I'm going to try to keep going while we are doing all of this. This has been BattleCOM, the season 3, episode 4. This has been a trek, and it's something that has kept me going. Please remember to share, like, subscribe, and if you can donate, you know what the link tree is. I'm Paul Ash. I love you all, and we're skipping. Oh, whoops! We're skipping the bonus round this week. That was only in case we got into dark stuff. I always keep that 1 minute there. That's why we had the suicide prevention hotline, just to cover anything a little dark. All right.
We did mention the Chevy Chase show. Some
Yeah.
people may need it.
Yeah, all right.
Actually, we should pay them for therapy, just for mentioning it.
Chevy owes us all money.
Oh,
Yeah, Chevy, for the Winnie the Pooh thing, even Chevy owes us.
Yes, he does.
All right. I want to thank all these panelists who are so fantastic and generous with their time. I want to thank you as the audience. I want to thank the people who help behind the scenes in getting all the prep. Roshan is saying, a great show. All thank you. Thank you, everybody. Please remember to share it with your friends. We are going to be back at the last Monday of next month. And we will be announcing when we're doing live shows when I can get that organized. That's me. That's my fault. Absolutely. I love you all. Have a good night.
Bye,
Good night.
everybody.
All right, buddy.